There we are. Let's get this camera balanced there. Hi everybody, it's Jenn from McCreath. It is Monday, October 7th, 2013, 5:30 p.m. Haven't turned the camera on and talked for a while. Needed some time to, I guess, reflect and digest the election and the results and think about it all. And I guess one thing that stands out that kind of bugs me, a lot of people are congratulating me, saying you did great, Jen, you did very well. I don't know if that's, I don't think people mean anything harmful by that, but to me that's a real backhanded compliment. I did not come into this election to get beat badly, and that's exactly what happened. My opponent got 83% of the votes, I only got 17% of the votes. Take into account that 47% of eligible voters did not vote at all, or for either of us. The real popular vote numbers would then be chopped in half and essentially look like 43% to about 8 or 9%. I mean, I did not enter this thing to lose. I entered this race to win. Nothing against my opponent, but I felt he, I won't use words like conservative, liberal, or New Democratic, but I felt my opponent came to the table from the right-hand side of things, and I felt I brought a more leftist, centrist approach to the table, and I honestly felt that this city needed that perspective. And looking at the election results, it's not just this particular seat that seemed to go more on the right-hand side of things than the left, but the majority of all the other seats. And that has me quite concerned, I guess, about the people I stood up for and said, I care. It's someone on Facebook who's well respected, I won't say the person's name just in case it's a private account, but said this is a very pro-development council, and this city could be looking at the destruction and decimation of its heritage, its green space, etc., etc. And where I look at it, I've watched the development of the city over the past 6 years, and it terrifies me to see how horrible, in my opinion, the development's happening. You look at neighborhoods like Kenmount Terrace, houses and houses and houses, nothing else. How do you get people in and out of Kenmount Terrace? If you live in Kenmount Terrace, you probably don't work in Kenmount Terrace because there's no businesses there, there's no stores there. And guess what? There's, I think, one bus in and out of there once an hour. So if you live in Kenmount Terrace, you probably own one, maybe 2 or 3 cars. Yet everyone's complaining that there's too many cars and not enough roads and this and that. I think we're in for more of the same. The smart development concept is not happening. The social housing, the crisis, affordable housing. People can't afford to live in cities, so they're living elsewhere. Guess what? That means they got to buy a car because there's no other way to get into the city. Look at our neighbors up in Paradise, Conception Bay South. A lot of places to live up there, but not a lot of places to work, not a lot of stores, and no metro bus. So, yeah, I mean, let's get back to the original thought. People who say that I did well were basically implying, in my opinion, that they expected me to lose, and perhaps worse off than I did. The fact that I got 5,725 votes was a surprise, a positive surprise to them. They thought perhaps I could have got less. Well, why is that? The questions have been asked. We've seen 11 males elected to council, 0 females. No openly LGBT people elected to St. John City Council ever. What does that say? I don't think the media took my candidacy seriously. I think a lot of people dismissed me right away, saying, we're not going to take Jennifer McCreath seriously as a candidate because she's not a prototypical politician. She's a female, she's transgendered, she's a marathon runner, she's not a lawyer, she's not a doctor, she's not a teacher. And I really think we need to start being more open-minded about the type of things. Right now, today, an Olympic gold medalist has declared his intention, Jamie Korab, to run in an upcoming provincial by-election. And right now, people are saying, they're dismissing him as a serious candidate, saying, well, you're just an athlete. Well, no, he's not, folks. I'm not just an athlete either. Jamie Korab won the gold medal in the 2006 Olympics. I've run the Boston Marathon twice. But guess what? There's a lot more to us than just athletics. We have education. We've both worked in the public sector. Gender, sex, athleticism are just small pieces of who we are, and if anything, I think that makes us bigger, better, stronger candidates. We come to the table with perhaps more skill sets. If you can take on sports at a high level, it's demonstrating that you have important characteristics of perseverance, dedication, project management, ability to suffer and to keep pressing on, to goal set, to do a whole bunch of different things. And ultimately, as I look at this election, I mean, I could have... What went wrong? Why did I not do better? Well, I think some of the obvious questions are, well, I was only able to run a part-time campaign. I was very busy during the month working at a day job. I would have loved to have freed up my calendar completely, but that just wasn't feasible. I came in late. At the last minute I announced my candidacy, where others jumped into the race a year in advance. Finances, it's tough to spend money on advertising when you don't have the money to do that. I mean, my opponent, obviously, he had ads all over the city, he had ads on the buses. I guess having that type of sponsorship coming into a race is critical, and I came in without that. But I came in with a platform kind of saying I don't need that anyway. I'm not here to buy your vote, I'm here to earn it based on trust, respect, and what I thought was a tremendous resume of experience and ideas. Yeah, I mean, ultimately I think we have a long way to go. I'm quite upset, I'm disappointed. It's been a rather difficult couple of weeks for me, very depressing. I expected to win. I did not go into this election to lose, and I'm literally here scratching my head, shall we say, thinking, now what? Where do we go? This was a bit of a litmus test for me. What do people think of me? Are people willing to give me a fair chance and take me seriously, or are people just going to keep writing me off because I'm different? And I'm not really sure what to make of this, folks. I mean, it's no secret that I've struggled to find gainful employment at the levels I once had before I came out as a trans person and changed my name to Jennifer. I'm still earning half the amount of money as I was 6 years ago, and it's tough. Basically, it has me wondering, where do we go from here? Can we make it here? Can we maximize our potential? I'm almost 40, so the word young professional is, that whole phase, that whole concept has passed me by with miserable failure. 40 to 65 are supposedly your best years for earning potential. And right now, that's not being demonstrated to me. How much of that is my fault? How much of that is beyond my control? Lots of things that need to be, I guess, considered and assessed here. Bottom line is, yeah, I'm disappointed and I'm frustrated, and sure, there's a lot of positives. I think the experience of running in that election was an amazing experience. It's enriched me as a person. It's opened my eyes and my mind. I've learned so much more about the city, about the issues, about the people here. At the same time, I feel that I'm still kind of looking at forks in the road, trying to figure out where do we go from here? How do we make our life, how do we make the future the best it can possibly be for me and for others like myself? And yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I mean, I lost the election badly, and that's a tough pill to swallow no matter who you are. And like I said, I didn't come into this thing to lose. If I was content with my opponent winning, I would not have run. So yeah, celebration is not something I'm ready to do. I mean, I know I'm a perfectionist and I'm never happy, but I'm not happy. That's the bottom line. And I need to do better with my life in order to reach the visions and the goals and the happiness ideas out there. And yeah, I just thought I'd reflect. Not really sure what the point of this video is, other than to just perhaps rant and let y'all know how I'm doing and what I'm thinking about. But there you have it. It's Jennifer McCreath saying thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. And I will try not to knock this camera over as I zoom in and say goodbye.